You have done everything right. So why does your body still fight back? You eat your greens, cut down on meat, quit coffee, and skip the salt. Yet your blood pressure keeps shifting. Your head still feels light after every meal. Why does the body grow more unstable the healthier you eat? After 60, the body no longer responds to food the way it did at 30. The blood vessels stiffen. The baroreceptors lose their sensitivity, and the reflexes that once balanced blood flow now move too slowly. The foods that once felt like medicine can turn into triggers if eaten the wrong way. Too fast, too much, or in the wrong mix. Health is not only about what you eat, but about how and when your body can receive it. What feels healthy is not always what keeps you steady. We are taught to believe that the more vegetables, fruits, and oats we eat, the cleaner and better our diet becomes. But for an aging heart, clean is not enough. What it truly needs is circulatory stability. After 60, the walls of the arteries lose their flexibility, and the nervous system that once regulated blood pressure reacts more slowly. Foods known for lowering pressure, relaxing vessels, or promoting diuresis can become counterproductive when consumed in excess. When the vessels are already slow to constrict, these same foods can drive blood pressure too low. Blood then pools in the stomach, systemic pressure drops, and the brain is left momentarily undersupplied. The result is the familiar wave of lightheadedness, blurred vision, or sudden fainting that many older adults mistake for fatigue or age. This is postprandial hypotension, a drop in blood pressure after eating that affects nearly 40% of adults over 65, according to the Journal of the American Geriatric Society in 2018. Understanding this condition is not about fearing healthy food, but about learning balance, so the heart and brain receive what they need without the body losing its rhythm after every meal. Understanding postprandial hypotension begins with recognizing how the body must react right after a meal. When digestion starts, blood naturally flows toward the stomach and intestines. To maintain balance, the vessels in the arms and legs must constrict slightly, helping keep overall pressure steady. In younger adults, the autonomic nervous system performs this adjustment almost instantly. But after 60, this reflex weakens by about 30 to 35%, according to the American Journal of Physiology in 2017. With age, blood vessels stiffen and lose elasticity. When combined with blood pressure medication, the post-meal drop becomes more pronounced. What once was a normal shift in circulation can now lead to a sudden plunge in pressure, leaving the brain briefly undersupplied. Vegetables high in nitrate, such as spinach, celery, and beetroot, further complicate this process. Nitrate converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes the vessels. In younger individuals, this is beneficial, helping lower hypertension, but in older adults, it can amplify the pressure drop. Hypertension research in 2020 reported that adults over 60 who drank 250 milliliters of beet juice saw their systolic pressure fall by 22 millimeters within 90 minutes, compared to only 9 in younger participants. Potassium-rich foods like water spinach, Malabar spinach, avocado, and banana promote sodium excretion and lower blood pressure further. When combined with diuretics, this can cause an additional 10 to 15 millimeter decline, as shown in the Journal of Human Hypertension in 2019. Even soluble fiber foods such as broccoli, mung beans, and oats can prolong this state. They slow digestion, keeping blood pooled in the intestines longer and delaying venous return to the heart. The result is an extended period of low pressure lasting up to 1 or 2 hours after eating. This delicate balance explains why even foods labeled as heart-healthy can sometimes lead to blood pressure swings when eaten in the wrong way. Not everything that supports heart function automatically supports circulation stability in older adults. Fresh vegetable and fruit juices are a clear example. A single 250 milliliter glass of celery juice can contain up to 400 milligrams of nitrate, about 5 times more than the same vegetables cooked. When consumed quickly, especially on an empty stomach or soon after taking antihypertensive medication, nitrate converts rapidly into nitric oxide. The result is a full-body vessel dilation and a blood pressure drop of 20 to 25 millimeters within 45 to 60 minutes. According to Clinical Nutrition in 2021, oats and whole grains bring a different challenge. Their beta-glucan content promotes a slower insulin rise, which gently relaxes the vessels. In people taking blood pressure medication, this mild relaxation can compound the drug's effect, causing an additional decline of 20 to 25 millimeters as noted in Circulation in 2022. Nut milks such as almond, walnut, or soy milk add magnesium and potassium, both known to lower pressure. When consumed close to a diuretic or antihypertensive dose, they may amplify the reduction beyond what is intended. Citrus fruits, including oranges, grapefruits, and pomelos also play a role. Their flavonoids and vitamin C enhance nitrate absorption, intensifying the dilation that follows a meal. Even decaffeinated coffee and green tea, though mild, still trigger a temporary relaxation of vessels that can briefly lower pressure, especially when the autonomic reflex is slow. Each of these foods offers genuine health benefits, yet in adults over 60, their combined effect can be powerful enough to cause significant post-meal blood pressure fluctuations that often go unnoticed but carry real risk. All these interactions come together during a simple meal, where timing and combination can make the difference between strength and fatigue. When you eat a large serving made entirely of vegetables or fruit, blood rushes toward the stomach to aid digestion while the vessels in your arms and legs fail to constrict quickly enough. The brain receives less oxygen for a short time, the heart speeds up to compensate, and the body feels drained. If you have already taken your morning blood pressure medication and then add a glass of vegetable juice or a bowl of oatmeal, the two pressure-lowering effects merge, driving blood pressure down even further. Mild dehydration from diuretics, diabetes, or hot weather can worsen this reaction by reducing overall blood volume. Standing up too soon after eating, or bending forward to clean up, can suddenly make your vision blur or your head spin. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society in 2018 found that people with postprandial hypotension were 3 times more likely to faint or fall than those without it. But the deeper message goes beyond statistics. After 60, health is no longer about forcing the body to stay the same. Change is not betrayal. It is protection in a different form. The circulatory system, the nerves, and the vessels are adapting to preserve balance in new ways. This is the moment to learn, not to resist. When you understand the body's new rhythm, vegetables, oats, and fruits stop being potential hazards and become allies again. They nourish instead of destabilize, as long as you adjust how, when, and how fast you eat them. Through awareness and patience, you allow the body to work with you rather than against you. Understanding these shifts is only the first step. The next is learning how to eat in a way that supports your body's slower reflexes and changing circulation. With the right approach, every meal can become an opportunity to steady your blood pressure, protect your heart, and restore balance. So how should adults over 60 eat to prevent post-meal drops? To prevent those sudden post-meal drops, preparation begins even before the first bite. About 15 to 20 minutes before eating, drink 300 milliliters of plain or warm water. This simple step slightly increases blood volume and triggers an osmotic reflex that helps stabilize circulation once digestion begins. Research published in the Hypertension Journal in 2019 found that this habit raised systolic pressure by an average of 10 millimeters for up to an hour, creating a natural buffer against sharp declines after eating. Avoid tea, coffee, or alcohol before meals, as these can prematurely dilate the vessels and counteract the stabilizing effect. Think of it as priming your circulation, giving your heart and vessels a head start before the body's next challenge. Once circulation is prepared, the focus shifts to controlling how the body manages blood flow during the meal itself. Eating slowly and chewing thoroughly gives the autonomic nervous system time to adjust vessel tone and prevent sudden pressure drops. Each meal should last about 20 to 25 minutes, with a few moments of rest afterward before standing up. Include proteins such as eggs, fish, or tofu in meals rich in vegetables, as protein slows the absorption of nitrate and potassium that can otherwise trigger rapid dilation. Avoid fruit or vegetable-only meals, as they can pull too much blood toward the intestines. Skip juices and wine while eating to keep the circulatory rhythm steady and the vessels responsive. After finishing a meal, maintaining stable circulation becomes the next priority. The first 20 minutes are crucial, as this is when blood pressure tends to dip the most. Sit quietly for 15 to 20 minutes, allowing your heart and vessels to readjust before you move. Avoid bending, lifting, or walking immediately after eating. If you feel lightheaded, take slow, deep breaths and raise your legs slightly to help blood return to the heart. Check your blood pressure about 1 hour after the meal. If it drops by 20 millimeters or more, inform your doctor so medication or meal composition can be adjusted. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society in 2018 reported that monitoring pressure after meals lowered fall risk by 48% among older adults. Consistent daily structure is what transforms short-term control into long-term stability. Dividing food into 4 or 5 smaller meals keeps energy steady and prevents large swings in blood flow after eating. Reduce fast-digesting carbohydrates and balance each plate with vegetables and protein in equal measure. Keep total vegetable intake between 300 and 400 grams a day, avoiding excess above 600 grams, which can trigger stronger vessel dilation. Lightly boiling and discarding the water for nitrate-rich vegetables such as celery and beetroot helps limit their blood pressure-lowering effect. Pay attention to hydration as well, since pale-colored urine signals that blood volume is adequate and circulation can stay stable throughout the day. Managing medication timing is just as vital as managing meals, since both directly influence how your blood pressure behaves throughout the day. Most blood pressure or diuretic drugs reach their peak effect 1 to 2 hours after intake, often overlapping with breakfast. If your doctor allows, try eating breakfast 45 to 60 minutes after taking your medication to avoid an excessive drop in pressure. During this window, skip oatmeal, fresh juice, or nut milk, as all three can intensify the lowering effect of the drugs. Track your morning readings daily for at least 7 days when adjusting medication or meal timing. Consistent monitoring helps you and your doctor fine-tune the schedule for steady blood flow and balanced energy. All of these adjustments lead to a reassuring truth that the foods you once trusted are still on your side. Vegetables, oats, and fruits remain your heart's closest allies. They have never been the problem. It is simply that your body has entered a new stage, one with a slower rhythm and different needs. Your body has not betrayed you. It is speaking a new language, asking for patience and awareness instead of strict control. When you learn to listen and respond, blood pressure stops being something to fear and becomes a guide that tells you when to rest, hydrate, or rebalance. At 60 and beyond, health is not defined by what you must avoid, but by how you understand your own signals. It is found in the quiet art of slowing down, in consistency, and in choosing foods that work in harmony with your changing circulation. Understand clearly, eat wisely, and live in steady balance.